Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are starting off with an $11 order for Uber Eats. So what we are also going to be doing is, I keep forgetting that I want to try to do this as a weekly series instead of daily. But right now, it just seems to want to just keep giving me these opportunities to make several videos. But I need to move over to weekly. It's not because I don't want to make more daily stuff. It's because I just have so much on my plate that I want to do when it comes to YouTube that I keep falling back into trying to do more. I need to be consistent with all the content that I already have on my plate, which is already an abundance of stuff. Let's get the day rolling. Probably the shortest break the last 2 days of getting a delivery, actually, surprisingly. It gave me just enough time to finish my room tour video for Rocky's collection channel, so be sure to look out for that if you guys like all things collecting. And the next plan after that would be to edit these 3 Uber Eats videos. The one from the day before yesterday, the one from yesterday, and the one today, because I gotta dedicate a lot more time with gaming stuff. That's the thing I'm starting to understand and realize is, like, the hard thing about gaming is the fact that games, you have to be consistently uploading gaming content like no other. Honestly, if I could, I'd be uploading 3 times a day on every single one of the channels because I love it. But right now it's not at that point yet. But eventually it'll get to that point to where I am just full-fledged, all the time content creating with different videos. Man, I love this stuff. I freaking love this stuff. I want to take this time to talk about another little tip for restaurants. If you guys are watching, anybody that's an employee at a restaurant, guys, please stop having your delivery drivers call the customer to let them know what you guys don't have available. That's not part of our job. I do it to go above and beyond. I have no problem with it, but I know other drivers do have a problem with it because that trip radar. Screw that trip. I do know of some other drivers that I've ran across that have stated that they get confused when that happens because why are they having to do it? We are in charge of delivering the food. We are not in charge of knowing what you guys have on hand. And I also agree with that because I used to work at a pizza place where we would call the customer saying, hey, call that customer, let them know we don't currently have that item until that we'll replace it with something else. Literally. We don't just have the driver do it because that has nothing to do with the driver. What is the driver going to do? The driver can't go behind the counter and order it for them or fix it for them. So it just would be nice courtesy for the restaurant, people who are working in the restaurant, to go ahead and fix it and figure it out, because y'all have the capabilities of calling the customer and getting the problem fixed before it gets to the driver. The driver's supposed to be there, get the food, pick it up, go, because we don't know how long it's been sitting there. It could be sitting there 5 minutes, could be sitting there 15 minutes. It fluctuates. And obviously trip radar means it's been sitting there for a little bit or it's been canceled several times. You know, that helps understand the difference, but still, highly recommend just get the order done beforehand. Fix it in store. Alright, got a shop and pay order here at Walgreens. This may be my last one before the festivities for the kiddos. Let's answer the big old question today. What is Uber Eats and Doordash and this gig economy kind of style of working good for? Well, if I'm going to be honest, the answer to that question varies very significantly. And the reason I say that is not your traditional 9 to 5. You see, you can look at it in a lot of different ways. One way, you can use it as a traveling tool, or you can work on the go. Yes, that is a really good way to use Uber Eats, is as a traveling tool. Or if you're a couple, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and you want to be able to spend a little bit more time together, maybe you have kids or something, you want to maximize your home time, there's potential It's not guaranteed every time. There's potential to actually get that done, because all you're doing is doubling the work effort in a lesser amount of time, depending on your bills and all that stuff. Or you can take it the investment route. Use this as an opportunity to invest in a financial free future. And what do I mean by that? Finding a solid S&P 500 or finding a solid monthly dividend income, anything like that. That's kind of where you're going to want to go with UberEats, Doordash, any gig work economy. Or if you're like me, I'm trying to do content creation, build a business of 3D printing, and content of YouTube for UberEats gig stuff, so you guys can see the process as it's going on. And I have a wife, and we have 2 kids, and we like to spend time together. We have goals set in stone that we need to meet. Now, this also helps build self-dependence. That's like one of probably the best qualities of it, because especially with the state of UberEats, DoorDash, how it is right now, where a lot of orders are kind of not where they should be with the rising cost of living. It does make it a little more complex. It's part of life. It's adaptation. You take these hard times to build a better future, and that's what we're doing. I'm using some of the money that I earn to build my business, pay our bills, plan to invest, and I kind of do everything that I'm giving you guys tips on. Am I where I need to be? No. But am I being honest with you guys? Oh, most definitely. It's not easy doing UberEats, DoorDash at all. But you can make it work for you to your benefit. And we are getting our final little bit of things done to have our first market day for our 3D printing business. We have like 2 more things to get before we are officially good to go. My wife and I are fortunate enough that we live in an area where deliveries are pretty much, when it's busy, for sure going to happen, because we live within a mile of 20 different restaurants. So we are fortunate enough that pretty much when it starts getting busy and the start of our day, we have a lot going on. This is the cool thing about it, since we basically have a central hub where we can come home and spend time with each other, but also go back to work with no issues whatsoever, as well as me grinding out YouTube content, because this is what I want to do full time, is content creation. So currently what I am doing right now is literally working on shorts for my Gaming with Cosplay channel, which is all anime gaming content. And we built an entire studio room. Studio tour is on Rocky's collection channel to check out what's going on in here. But let's get to work. And it's the next day. My daughter graduated from school yesterday, and we are here today working in the studio as well as working online, going back into work right now. My wife is also on a delivery right now. My wife and I are predicting today is going to be pretty slow. Throughout majority of the day, it's 11:37 right now. Been online since 10 a.m. But like I said, if you end up getting to just stay online all day, it's already flexible. It is if you, well, of course, if you have a central location within busy restaurants or restaurants in general. This works really well for it. For how long? I don't know. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm hoping it's for the long term for now, especially with us building our 3D printing business. But we will let you know. We may need to do a little bit of substitution for the slow days, especially with the summer coming around. We'll see how things go, and I'll keep you guys updated. But I have so much ideas flowing as a content creator. This is my passion. This is my dream. I have so much creative juices upon every little niche, and I want to do it all. That is something that nobody has done on YouTube yet. Doing everything. I'm still going to be striving to do the best at what I want to do and how I want to live my life. I only have one life, and that is this one right now. Alright, it's Friday. We got lots to make up for throughout this week. Let's see what we can get accomplished. That took way too long. It should not have taken 10 minutes to get that food. It's literally the next day. Can't believe literally how horrible it was last night. I have never seen that bad of a Friday ever in my life. Literally, I was on for 3.5, maybe even 4 hours last night. I got maybe 2 of the crappiest orders ever. Given it's not busy, because there's probably hundreds of people online. meaning people who just got out of high school are looking for a job and having to do that. So there's going to be a lot more online time that I'll be doing over the next couple days, and probably even some really late night ones, because I gotta hit my numbers, man. I gotta hit my numbers. Starting off with a good one today, at least. $10 for 2 miles. Can't complain about that. This is why, as an UberEats driver, Doordash driver, anybody in the gig economy needs to find an alternative source, like make content over it, because a really good example is Nugs on YouTube. He does a lot of Doordash content. A lot of Doordash content. And he's using the money, right now he's doing a current series where he's using the money that he's making from DoorDashing to buy a Tesla, but his income that's for his living is literally YouTube. So if you find that alternative source, or you find a balance between the both, then it's going to be really solid. Like me and my wife are working together, so that's kind of what makes it better, as well as building a business for ourselves.